And the next session is on collective effort in game production, cloud developmental process. And today we are very pleased to have Mr. Tony Zander, CEO, Area 28 Technologies Limited, another member of the Cyberport community, to share with us on what their company is doing to help create a collaborative environment and ecosystem that will revolutionize game production. So Tony joined Vector Ventures in 2015 with a focus on product development and entertainment-related investments. And Tony is a lead advisor and co-founder team of Betatron, a venture-backed accelerator based in Hong Kong. And most recently, Tony co-founded Area 28 Technologies, a venture studio initiative where he is currently the CEO. So prior to joining Vector Ventures, Tony held a principal leadership role at the Bruce Artwick organization, developing the graphics engine behind the Flight Simulator franchise, so which was acquired by Microsoft. So ladies and gentlemen, now without further ado, let's hear from Tony to learn more about the latest work that Area 28 is doing.
Hello everybody, I'm Tony. I'm a founder and CEO of Area 28 Technologies. So we're building a cloud-based collaboration platform that empowers teams to create real-time in fully distributed environments. So we'll kind of play you a high-level video here, and you kind of start digging in on what we're doing.
Project, sync the project, submit your changes, kick off the build, wait. For decades, this has been the alarmingly inefficient and tedious way the developers make cloud-based game development solution that delivers true real-time collaboration, meaning that your team and development together can now work together on the same scene, from anywhere in the world.
It's like Google Docs. It's like Google Docs for game development.
We enable you to build, deploy, and to service your game, fully integrated tool.
Game development is a team. But all modern teams are in fact distributed.
Thousands of miles away
No
from your team.
more waiting. Teams now have the power, flexibility, and insights to create, share, and operate their games.
Okay, so how we started this is we saw a macro trend with things are moving, from very offline to online cloud-based solutions. So if you look for the old workflows of, Microsoft Word goes into a G Suite, storage moved to AWS, we got digital type media moving into Netflix, and now even file transfers are going to things like Dropbox. When you map this to what's going on in the game industry, we found that gameplay, same thing, right? Moving from offline to online. The distribution of games, you used to go to the store, buy something, now you go and you just download it digitally. But when you come into the development aspect of that, there's a big market gap. Teams are still working in a very old offline manner. Sorry about that. So, one of the reasons that we see this is teams are becoming fully distributed, and we're moving to a large outsourcing networks, right? So, some of these games like Call of Duty, got 2,000 people working on the game, 300 are from an offsite, sometimes working, across the world. So, as many of you know, you work in games, and it's a very, very time-consuming effort. So let's think of it just this way: is you get two people working on a level design, and one's an artist, one's a developer. One guy, he's going to move objects around. One guy's writing code. I want to see your stuff, so I push the code up, pull the code down. I do a compile. We iterate this a couple times. We do have to create an installer, push it to the phone, and what we've done with 828 is we move this into a very all cloud-based linear fashion where we work in a very Google Docs metaphor where you're working together in real time. So let's hope this video plays a little better this time, and we'll kind of show you actually how that works. So now let's dig in a little bit, going a little bit more granular on what we're really talking about on a collaboration platform. So we add in the ability of a services marketplace. So as with most game engines, there is a marketplace. You can buy assets, objects, maybe some plugins. What we're seeing right now, especially in this post-COVID world, is a lot more freelancers, a lot more outsourcing happening, and we allow them to do a peer-to-peer matching on the platform and directly plug into the project due to that we're all cloud native. And then another aspect is analytics. As with any game, you're tracking away the player is using it. But when you get to very large corporates, they're also wanting to know the efficiencies of their team members. So we're adding this element of being able to track engagement and the amount of time somebody is actually working on assets. And it's very good for tracking your outsourcing teams and make sure that time is money type of idea, right? And then we get really into this idea of COVID and teams onboarding team members that are remote and can't come to the office. We allow you to do in-game, in-engine training and onboarding of these people. Same idea that goes with the way you can test an object or test your product is right in a real-time fashion. Your stakeholders could sit, let's say corporate is with Ubisoft. They're in Paris. You're over here in China building a game. You need them to look at it. You can do that all in a real-time fashion, one-on-one. So we've taken a very engine cloud collaborative approach where you can use any tool, any engine. Each of these tools talk to each other, and we're creating this very seamless pipeline for as you get some artists that want to work in Maya or Max, maybe Blender. You get, depending on your game, what type of engine. But once you're on our platform, all the tools talk to each other, and it's a very, very smooth process. So how we kind of do that is we've developed what we're calling it's our hub. We import the data types of the other tools, the other engines, convert them to our data types, and then we're able to manipulate them around and move them in between tools how we see necessary. So one of the number one problems with games is, target device testing. It's like you create a build, you need to test it, and then you've got to make a change. You got to go recompile, create an installer, do an install, where we enable you put a small client on your target device, and we're able to push that content to the device in real time, so you remove all that the lost time in doing the compilation and install. So again, we're really just kind of articulating how we walk through user interactions through our real-time servers. And then we come into the marketplace. It's the true peer-to-peer matching with full skills testing involved. You can apply for a project. You can list your project. It's a very seamless way to find talent that's not necessarily in your local region, but you still need to find skill sets that might be above and beyond what you currently can find. So the services model works in a very way similar to like a LinkedIn premium model. Once you're on the platform, you pay a small upcharge, and then the environment's exposed, and then you can have free reign on doing what you want to do and who you want to connect with. So as with all games, we feel that everything should be a little fun. You should be able to have a little boasting points. So through a gamification aspects, you get leaderboards, achievements. The better you do on the platform, the more visibility you get on the platform, and it's just another way, to get some recognition when you're truly talented. So now we're going to kind of take a couple of minutes and show you guys our Ncore native runtime engine. We're patent pending on some of these new aspects, and we're able to get outstanding performance, much higher than the incumbents, due to we're truly native Ncore technology. So going to show you a real quick video here on some old hardware. So what we're really showing here is our runtimes versus the incumbents. As you can see, we're running about 10 times faster than both Unity and Unreal, and especially when it comes to mobile, we're roughly 22 times faster. We're running a full forward plus light index deferred renderer. So here you can kind of see we're using thousands of objects, thousands of dynamic lighting, and we're still light years ahead of where the competition is. So kind of our Ncore support, kind of this articulates, how we're doing our rendering, how we're very smart about where we draw, what we don't draw, what we redraw, right? This really goes into where we sit competition-wise for, where we're kind of ahead of the curve. We're matching our technology with some of the best engines on the planet. Here we're leading contender for any AR, VR type equipment. Where just the way we were able to analyze what's on the screen, and we blit to the device. We have full control over that, and we're always above 90 frames a second. So we have an extensible API. You can plug in other users, other plugins, other products. We're very seamless, very service-oriented. And kind of our business model is kind of a freemium SaaS model with premium upcharges for various aspects. And, we'll leave it at that. I'm kind of out of time, but follow up with us. We're happy to talk. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much for Tony's wonderful sharing on how Area 28 is helping to create an avenue for the game production industry to collaborate and facilitate collective efforts